Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I released more documents showing the ongoing crisis in Alberta's hospitals. 5 years ago, this government promised that 90% of the sick would be admitted into Alberta emergency rooms within 8 hours. Instead, our numbers show that in general, people are waiting 3 times that target, and in some cases, people are waiting not hours but days to be admitted to a ward. So to the Premier, do you think it's reasonable for someone to have to wait 71 hours to be admitted to emergency care?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Mr. Speaker, I think there's a bit of number playing here. In the province of Alberta, the foothills, Peter Lougheed, Rocky View, Grey Nuns, Misericordia, Royal Alexandra, University Hospital all have far less time today than they far less time today than they did in 5 years ago.
Member for supplemental.
Well, actually, no, Mr. Speaker. Compared to 2 years ago, everything's gone up a long ways. But emergency rooms are crowded, they're stressful, and they're not meant to house people who need to be admitted to the hospital for days on end. This weekend, we heard about a young mother who miscarried in the emergency room while waiting for care. So to the Premier, don't you understand that your government's long-term failure to improve emergency wait times has real-life consequences for the Albertans who depend upon our healthcare system?
Mr. Speaker, latest real data from CAI shows our emergency access is similar to other provinces, or even better. As a matter of fact, the national average is 3.2 hours wait, and we're 3.1 hours. You know, Mr. Speaker, Alberta, for example, ages 20 to 64 in emergency in Ontario are way higher than we are. So we're doing all we can, Mr. Speaker, to continue to build a very, very fine healthcare system in the province.
Supplemental, Honourable Member.
Worse here. Now, over the last 2 weeks of this soon-to-be-abbreviated session, I have asked the Premier 17 questions about the state of our healthcare system, and he's not risen to answer one of them. So my question again to the Premier, is your failure to answer these questions because you don't know about healthcare, you don't care about healthcare, or is it because you looked in the mirror and you decided that somebody else was responsible for healthcare?
Mr. Speaker, actually, the reason that the Minister of Health has answered the questions is that we have a remarkable and extraordinary Minister of Health.